We are back live at Collect Code for tonight's Facebook record sale, part 2 of tonight's Facebook record sale. Let me get this shared and pinned, and when you're on, let me know. Let's see, there's that. Let me pull this up. All right, and let me get the YouTube link shared. Let's see here. There we are, part 2. Share, copy link, and let me go over here to the Instagram. All righty. Let me go here. I'm almost there. I need to delete this old story. Delete and post a new one. Let's go to that. Nope, that's a post story. We're getting there, folks. We love part 2. Sometimes we don't have a part 2. Sometimes we just keep going and going, and we never stop. What's that, Tanner? Like the Energizer Bunny, Tanner said. Alrighty, we're going to finish going through this crate where we left off. I have a request. He actually just said, "Hi, Chad," to show some puzzles. There's one problem. I can't really move this cart. That's the problem. But what we'll do is try to bring a sample of them over here. Or Jerry, I'll bring a few over here. And we also have some in the back in the eBay room as well. That's how I found the idea to put them on sale this week, because I walked through our what we call our eBay room, and I found about 30 puzzles that had been listed on our website that was kind of new but old inventory. So, it'll bring us some. I'll try my best to show them. And Jerry says he's probably going to buy some, so that sounds good to me. Ed's going to bring over a sample. Yes, you can put them right there. Thank you. He's brought over 20 of them. A little bit further, no balance. Yep, there you go. Okay, let me show a few records out of this crate first. We have Europe Out of This World. That's a VG Plus, $24.99 for Europe Out of This World. The Egger Winter Group, they only come out at night. Egger Winter Group is VG Plus, $14.99. They only come out at night. And Arlo Guthrie's Alice's Restaurant. That's a VG Plus, $14.99. The Jimi Hendrix Experience, RU Experience, a VG copy for $14.99. A VG copy for $14.99 on Jimi Hendrix RU Experience. Anything with a kitten playing with a yarn ball. My grandmother probably... No, not that I'm aware of. Unless it shows up on an album cover. Richie Havens, Alarm Clock, VG Plus, $14.99. UFO, wow, we don't get that too often. UFO Phenomenon, that is a VG copy, $14.99. UFO Phenomenon. David Allan Coe's Greatest Hits is a VG copy, $14.99. And David Allan Coe Compass Point is a VG copy, $14.99. Bo Diddley's 16 All-Time Greatest Hits, that's a VG copy for $19.99. And Santana, that one's technically called Santana 3. That is a VG copy for $9.99. Level 42, World Machine, in shrink wrap and hype sticker. That is EX, $22.99. And The Who, Face Dances, is EX, $17.99. James McGowan wants David Allan Coe's greatest hits. Let me lay that right there, Tanner. Let me go ahead and show the puzzles while Jerry's on, and we have them stacked up over here. Ed's brought them all, so no need to worry. Let's go through some of them. I'll go through these right quick. So if anybody hadn't, the last year at this time, we sold a bunch of these. I mean, we sold a bunch. And I've had most of these since before last Christmas. So I've decided I think I've put them on sale one time before, but I'm going to put these on sale tonight. They're $24.99. They're $24.99, or it's a buy. You can buy 4 and get 1 free. And we've already had 4 or 5 people do that this week. So we've sold a lot of puzzles. But let me read through some of them. They're $24.99. And then you can pick out 4 and get 1 free. $24.99. Nirvana. Sold to John Lane. Let me make sure everybody knows these are puzzles first before people start, because I've got some over here. If they were albums for $24.99, you'd be committing a crime. So there's some really good puzzles over here. First, Greg Rogers wants David Allen Co. Compass Point. That's sold to David Allen Co. And John Lang, I will sell you Nirvana as long as you do know it's a puzzle. Tanner, I'll just hand that to you. So. There is, but I hadn't shown it yet. Jared, I see your Jimi Hendrix comment, but I haven't shown that yet, so just hold that. Sorry, no puzzle. Yeah, make sure everybody's got their volume. Some people watch this show on mute. I don't know how they do that, but they watch the show on mute, and they'll tell us later. A puzzle. So, okay, let's go through these. These are all 500-piece puzzles. They're made in the UK. It's actually an import product from the UK. We have Nirvana, Muddy Banks of the Wichita, Nirvana, Incesticide, Nirvana, Nevermind, Metallica, Garage Days Revisited, the $5.98 EP, and then here's some of the Iron Maidens. We have Iron Maiden Live After Death, Iron Maiden The Final Frontier, Iron Maiden Purgatory. We have Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 2, and Guns N' Roses Use Your Illusion 1. Let me turn them where you can see the titles. The Doors, Waiting for the Sun. These are $14.99. Oh, I did show a Jimi Hendrix. I did. Sorry, Jared. I thought you were claiming that one. I forgot about that. That is true. That is sold to Jared for sticker price. What else did I miss? Joshua Tree. Tim, yes, I do. I have more Joshua Tree. And Chris Kirkley wants level 42. Level 42. Belinda Dobb wants Purgatory. That was Iron Maiden. And I'm probably going to ask everybody just to make sure. Belinda, you do know this is a puzzle, right? This is a 500-piece puzzle. $24.99. Okay. We have Def Leppard Pyromania. So I guess what you could do is start claiming which ones you want, and then when you get the 4, then you'll get a free one. David Bowie, Hunky Dory. That's probably the best strategy right now if you're wanting to buy some of these. Ziggy Stardust is $24.99. They're all $24.99. Buy 4, get 1 free. Let There Be Rock and Blow Up Your Video, AC/DC. Let There Be Rock and Blow Up Your Video. Okay, so Belinda does want Purgatory. Sell that to Belinda. I've run out of space here. And then we have Kyle Morgan, Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast puzzle. That's a yeah. Oh, are you asking if I have it? No, that's the only Nirvanas. Ed, the eBay room, if you don't care to walk back there, you know, the side room where we have our photo booth, there is a crate. There's a teal crate that has other ones in it. Okay, Jeff Johnson wants the Def Leppard Pyromania. That's sold to Jeff Johnson. And Belinda wants Ziggy Stardust. Belinda wants Ziggy Stardust. Adam Hartmother, Incesticide, Permanent Waves, Elton John, Captain, Doors, Waiting for the Sun. Do you have these? I've got, let me check. I do have Adam Hartmother. There's Incesticide. Permanent Waves, I still have that. Elton John, Captain, fantastic. That one's not looking good right now, unless Ed has another one in the back. Yes, I do need Number of the Beast. And what others did he say? Waiting on the Sun.
Number of the Beast?
Yeah. Who asked for Number of the Beast? Because I have it right here. Kyle Morgan. Kyle, I have Number of the Beast if you want it. And Jerry, I have Waiting for the Sun right here. Do you see Elton John, Captain Fantastic?
No.
Jerry, I do have 4, but I don't have your 5th. I don't have Elton John, Captain Fantastic. I do not have that. Now, let me get all this situated in the comments. We got Jeff Johnson's Def Leppard. Tim Holloway asks, is it $39.99? No, these are $24.99. These are everything's $24.99. Buy 4, get 1 free. I don't have Def Leppard Hysteria. Stacy Brown wants Nirvana. And how about Def Leppard Hysteria? I don't have that. And Kyle Morgan says he does want Number of the Beast. And Wyatt wants Ziggy Stardust, and that's already been claimed unless we have another, and I don't think we do. Stacy, which Nirvana do you want? Because I still have Muddy Banks of the Wichita, and I do have one extra. So, Jerry, I do have Adam Hartmother, Incesticide, Permanent Waves, and Waiting for the Sun. I do not have another Elton John, Captain Fantastic. All right. Yeah, I got the Aussies. Oh, the Joshua Tree. My bad. The Joshua Tree, I will do that again on sale tonight for $31.99. $31.99. All right, let me run through some new ones. If you're just hopping on, puzzles are $24.99. Buy 4, get 1 free. These are 500-piece UK puzzles. We got Scorpions Love Drive. Scorpions Blackout. This is a cool one. Queen News of the World. Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Pink Floyd, Delicate Sound of Thunder. Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. And then here is the Ozzy set. We have Ozzy, Bark at the Moon, Ozzy, Ultimate Sin, Ozzy, Diary of a Madman, and Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz. Ozzy, Bark at the Moon, Ultimate Sin, Diary of a Madman, and Blizzard of Oz. And the Bark at the Moon is the UK cover with the different color. Ultimate Sin. That's the 4 Ozzies. We have a ton of those. I would love to sell somebody a Ozzy set, and then you can pick out 1 free. Stacy, there's 2 Nirvanas. Actually, there's 3. There's Incesticide, Muddy Banks of the Wichita, and Nevermind. That's the 3. Incesticide, Muddy Banks of the Wichita, and Nevermind. What's in the hand? Brandon, I'm going to go through that. Stay awake. Tim Holloway, we need to pull him a Joshua Tree for $31.99. Belinda wants Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. The Delicate Sound of Thunder one's pretty cool. That's sold. And I do have another Pyromania. If anybody wants that. Wyatt, I got your Queen. I don't need one right now. I do have a Pink Floyd. Yeah, let me show this other stack here. So here's some other ones we got. There's another Def Leppard Pyromania. There's another Pink Floyd, Delicate Sound of Thunder. Pink Floyd, Adam Hartmother. And this is a cool one, the Division Bell. The Division Bell. Tim Holloway, $31.99. Yes, this is a 2 LP. These are on sale. I'll do this. This is the last night. And then I'll take them back to $39.99. They're originally $39.99. But yeah, I'll do them again for $31.99 just because we got so many of them. I had these come back in stock with 3 different distributors. So, all right. So that's sold to Tim Holloway. Thank you. We got all the puzzles are $24.99. James McGowan wants Pyromania. We have Stacy wants the blue one. She wants Nirvana Nevermind. I got one more crate of Iron Maiden puzzles. I think they're all different. There is Nirvana. That is sold to Stacy Brown. Alice Lowry on the Division Bell. And Jason F. on the Division Bell. I think we have another one of those somewhere. Excuse me. Where did I come up with that? Alice Lowry got a Division Bell. Jason F. wants a Joshua Tree for $31.99. And Mike Vandergits wants a Joshua Tree for $31.99. So 2 more Joshua Trees sold. Jerry Stone said he will take the Delicate Sound of Thunder for his free one. Yes, that's a good decision. I love that. It's very Pink Floydish. That and the Division Bell are 2 pretty cool ones. Jamie Butler also wants a Joshua Tree. Now we're getting low stock, unless there's more on the back wall, and there very may well be. But in our bin, that leaves one Joshua Tree, I think. The Joshua Tree is black vinyl. Alice wants a Delicate Sound of Thunder. Alice, I don't think I've got one left now. What are these? Oh, I feel like I'm about to have a puzzle collapse. I do have another one. Sell that to Alice Lowry. And Belinda said she would take a Joshua Tree. We're getting pretty low on those, Tanner. That may have been the last one. Okay, let me clean these up. I've got these stacked up. They're like 20 high. So let me run through these one more time. And if you're just hopping on, puzzles, we're selling two things at once right now. We're selling the Joshua Tree for $31.99. That's not a puzzle. That's an actual album. And there may be more on our back wall. There may be a bunch actually back there. If so, we're going to have plenty for everybody. So Tanner's going to tag those, and then Charlie, we'll see if we have one for you and Belinda. Now, the puzzles are $24.99. Buy 4, get 1 free. So a couple of y'all are pretty close to buying 4, which means you'll get to pick out a free one. So let me run through these one more time. They're 500-piece puzzles. We have Scorpions Love Drive. Let me show the front. They've always sold better when I can actually show the covers, because I've assumed people know what the covers look like, but because I can just picture it. So there's Scorpions Love Drive, Scorpions Blackout, and Pantera Vulgar Display of Power. Here's one of the few Pink Floyds left. It doubles if you like cows. You can buy this for your grandmother and say, here you go, Grandma. You probably don't know what this is. Well, heck, there's probably a lot of, there's probably a lot of grandmas that does know what that is. Be like, Johnny, I had that when I was a kid. That's Pink Floyd. AC/DC, Blow Up Your Video. Let There Be Rock. David Bowie, Hunky Dory. Any Porter Wagner puzzles? I don't have any Porter Wagner puzzles. No, that's a great idea. Porter and Dolly puzzle. Nirvana, Muddy Banks of the Wichita. Here's a cool set. Use Your Illusion 1 and Use Your Illusion. There may be some in the U section. Yeah, there's some in the. Tanner's got one left, so, including Charlie DeFrank's. So I think we got one U2 left. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1 and 2. Yep. We've got one left after we pulled Charlie DeFrank's. So I got one left for $31.99. I'm just going to put that right down in here. Okay. Here's the Iron Maidens again. The Final Frontier and Live After Death. Metallica. $5.98 EP. There's the Ozzies. Ultimate Sin, Diary of a Madman, and Bark at the Moon. I'd really appreciate it if somebody bought all 4 of those. Alice wants Adam Hart Mother. Let me go ahead and grab that for Alice. I hope y'all are keeping up with it, because some of y'all are pretty close to getting to 4. That one sold out. I hadn't shown those yet. No. Let me show. First, John Sheehan wants Iron Maiden Live. I figured there's enough Iron Maiden buyers. Go ahead and hand those to me. Yeah. Here's the other Iron Maidens we have. Fear of the Dark. There's another Final Frontier. Which one did Jason say? Queen. Do we have another Queen News of the World? I'm looking. Oh, yeah, that Trooper one's a good one. And, yeah, there's another Queen News of the World. And Uma Guma. We hadn't shown those yet. Seventh Son of the Seventh Son. No Prayer for the Dying. Peace of Mind. Wow, we got like a lot of the Iron Maiden discography. Power Slave. Defenders of the Faith. And then there's Jason's News of the World. That's my last one of those. And then here's 2 new ones I have not shown tonight. Pink Floyd, Uma Guma, and Iron Maiden, The Trooper. These are $24.99. $24.99. Buy 4, get 1 free. Wolves Council wants the Scorpions Love Drive. Oh, great. It's on the very bottom. Yeah, they're all $24.99. Ed, I don't think we hadn't shown Queen's Greatest Hits. That's the only one over there I hadn't shown. Yeah, I've shown Ozzy. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Who asked that? Wolves Council. Yeah, $24.99. I'll go ahead and get it out anyway. Yeah, they're $24.99. Buy 4, get 1 free. Buy 4, get 1 free. Okay, so that put me at what? Belinda says, let's do a blackout, and she'll take Iron Maiden the Trooper for free. You got it. That was right here. So the Trooper, she's going to take that as her free one because her 4th purchase is Scorpion's Blackout. So Scorpion's Blackout. That is sold to Belinda, and her 5th and free one is Iron Maiden the Trooper. And John Sheehan, you know what? That's the only one. See how that's 2022? This is the only puzzle that I have reordered, and I will probably order more of these. I will do a waiting list for some of these. I was trying to really reduce inventory on these, but this one is a very popular one because of the cover. That and that also reminded me, Stacy Brown just asked about Motley Crue. I hadn't ordered those in a while. I probably can get Motley Crue. They had their entire discography. Somebody wanted Love Drive. I think Wolves Council asked about it, but he never did say yes or no.
Alice Lowry needs 2 more. Alice has 3. 1 more would give.
Okay. So Alice Lowry, if you buy 1 more, you'll get another one free. So I'm going to run through these one more time. Alice, you are 1 short from a free one.
I remember that.
Okay, and then Jerry Stone's already bought his 5. Let me run through these one more time, especially the Pantera. Wolves Council does want Love Drive. See, what happens, though, after you buy a couple, you're like, well, 2 more, and then I can get another one free. Hey, we're about to have a long, cold winter, and what better thing to do than put together a puzzle of the album you're listening to? Right, Ed?
Yep.
I mean, you can put on Love Drive and put the puzzle together. And show the 7th stone again. Okay, or 7th sun. So let's do these one more time. $24.99, buy 4, get 1 free. Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. Pantera, Vulgar Display of Power. Some of these I only have 1 left of. Some of them I have duplicates. Defenders of the Faith, Judas Priest. By the way, you can ask Jerry Stone. I don't know how many of these he's bought, but he has put together a bunch of them, and he will tell you they're really good quality. There's Iron Maiden Power Slave. We have Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind. No Prayer for the Dying. I like Power Slave because of the Egyptian-looking cover. And there's Iron Maiden, 7th Son of a 7th Son. Somebody could wipe out a bunch of the Iron Maidens and get a free one, because there's a lot of different ones. The Fear of the Dark and the Final Frontier. We have another Final Frontier, and we have Metallica. So, who was back up on the Trooper? John Sheehan, let me know if you want a wait list for that. I'll probably order some more. Monica Harris wants Defenders of the Faith. That's Judas Priest. Let me pull that one, Monica Harris. I'm not done. I got another stack after this. And then, Jamie, I will show you our YouTube titles. Judas Priest sold to Monica. And then Monica said Iron Maiden Live. Now, which one's live? The Final Frontier? Is that a live album? I know Peace of Mind is, and I know Power Slave isn't. Or 7th Son. Which one's live? Sorry, I'm not as versed in the Iron Maiden catalog is. So, well, I'm glad I have my feed pulled up. Live After Death is, we've already sold that one. I was about to say, yeah, we don't have Live After Death anymore. It's sold. That's what kind of threw me. I was like, I don't think any more of those are live. These are all studio albums, right? Final Frontier. Yeah, those are all studio albums. I was about to say, unless Final Frontier's alive, then that threw me a curveball. Okay, back up to Monica on Purgatory. We've already sold that one too. Painkiller. I don't have that one. John Sheehan wants an Ozzy Bark at the Moon. I do have that. Ozzy, Bark at the Moon. That is sold to John Sheehan. There are no more Pink Floyds. They're all gone. And Maiden Live After Death. Yeah, I don't have that one. We don't have any more of those. I don't have any more of those. Yeah. I don't have any more Wish You Were Here. No. Here's the last batch. Blow Up Your Video, Let There Be Rock, Hunky Dory, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses 1 and 2, Greatest Hits, and Pink Floyd. Do you have 5 Iron Maiden puzzles? Yes, I have Final Frontier, Power Slave, Peace of Mind, No Prayer for the Dying, Seventh Son, and Fear of the Dark. Those are all different. And we have lots of Ozzy. We have lots of Ozzy. Monica wants Fear of the Dark.
You need another one of these?
No. We still got that one over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 4th, and 5th free. Yeah, so Scott, I can give you Final Frontier, Power Slave, Peace of Mind, No Prayer for the Dark, Dying, and Seventh Son. That will be 5 Iron Maiden puzzles, and then we can give Monica Fear. So that's Monica Harris. So that means if Scott, if that's what you're saying, that's buy these 4, get the 5th one free. Final Frontier, Power Slave, Peace of Mind, No Prayer for the Dying, and Seventh Son. Now, what you see is literally what I have left. I'm down to, actually, there's 2 extra. What are those 2 Iron Maidens there on the shelf? We may have 2 more Iron Maidens that I thought we have sold out of. We do have another Purgatory. Monica wanted that one. It's okay.
Trying to keep up.
Yeah, there's a bunch. We're going to be sold out of puzzles. No Prayer for the Dying. Purgatory. Monica wants an Ultimate Sin. Ozzy. Okay. Scott Smith said he'll do that. So there's 2 more. No Prayer for the Dying and Purgatory. And I think Monica had claimed this one earlier, if you still want it. Yeah, we don't have that one over here. Yeah. Okay, final call. We have to get back to vinyl before I start losing some people. There's probably some people waiting on that bin, I promise. So let me go do one more run. Sorry if I can spit it out. Monica also wants Purgatory. I think that makes 4 or 5. I think Purgatory was probably your free one. It was your 4. So I think now you get a free one, Monica. So one last run through. These are the only ones I have. We've got them all up here, including all the duplicates. Okay. One last run through. These are $24.99. I wish I could turn these into vinyl. That would be awesome, especially the Iron Maiden records or the Iron Maiden puzzles. All right, one more time. $24.99. We have Nirvana Incesticide. Buy 4, get 1 free, or you can buy 1. Iron Maiden, No Prayer for the Dying. Iron Maiden, The Final Frontier, and Metallica Garage Days Revisited. We have Ozzy. We have 4 studio albums of his. Diary of the Madman, Ultimate Sin, Bark at the Moon, and Blizzard of Oz. We have all 4 of the Ozzy studio albums. There's Diary of a Madman. I do have a Pink Floyd left, whoever asked. I've got Pink Floyd Uma Guma, $24.99. It's even got the original cover with the... It's so hard to find the original cover with that on it. Monica wants Final Frontier. I think that was your 5th and free puzzle. Yep. So you now have 5. Thank you. Pink Floyd, Uma Guma. Queen's Greatest Hits. Alice Lowry says she wants Pink Floyd. Now Alice gets a free one. So Alice, that made 4. So now you can pick out a free one. That was 4 for you. Now you have a free one. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 1. Guns N' Roses, Use Your Illusion 2. For the Muddy Banks of the Wishaka, Nirvana, we have 2 of those. Alice says she'll take Queen as her free one. Queen, sold to Alice. David Bowie, Hunky Dory. 2 AC/DCs, Let There Be Rock. Blow Up Your Video. And then there's a couple more Ozzies. There's Blizzard of Oz. We still have Ultimate Sin and Bark at the Moon and Pantera. And we do have another Queen. We did have an extra of that. Thank you, Jerry, for telling me to show puzzles. I hadn't done that in a long time. Probably almost a year. Probably since this time last year is the last time we really went through them like that. So they're almost all gone. All right, let's get back to vinyl. Even though that was really good, we have a lot of other stuff to show. I'm going to finish this crate. By the way, I have one Joshua Tree left for $31.99. They were $39.99. 2LP remaster. That's literally the last copy. Let's go through this crate. I don't know where I got to. These are all buy it now. These are new arrivals. Any Iron Maiden 7th Son left? No 7th Son. We had somebody wipe out the Iron Maidens. I actually have no Iron Maidens left. No, I have Prayer for the Dying. No Prayer for the Dying. Oh, vinyl. My bad. Yes, I do have that on vinyl. Give me 1 second. I'll bring some Iron Maiden vinyl records over here. Santana 3 is a VG copy, $9.99. The Who Face Dances is EX, $17.99. And I'm checking for a poster. It does have the poster. Poster is in there, $17.99. Manfred Mann, The Roaring Silence. Blinded by the Light, VG Plus, $14.99. I got on a kick a few days ago listening to that song. It's like amazing. I heard it so much I got burned out on it, but then you take a break from it and you come back and you're like, wow. The Who, Hooligans, VG Plus, $24.99. The Who, Odds and Sods, that is EX, $14.99. The Who Are You, that is EX, $17.99. And the Bob Seger System, VG Plus, $22.99. $22.99. That's on the original Capitol label. VG Plus, $22.99 for Bob Seger. Gordon Lightfoot, Summertime Dream, VG Plus, $14.99. And Olay, ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. That's a VG Plus, $14.99. More Experience, title from the original soundtrack of the feature-length motion picture, More Experience, Jimi Hendrix. This is a VG copy, $14.99. VG copy, $14.99, Jimi Hendrix. Belinda wants Manfred Mann. Sell that to Belinda, Manfred Mann. Cat Stevens, Teaser and the Firecat is EX, $12.99. And the Beatles Love Songs. The Beatles Love Songs. That's a VG copy, $19.99. Traffic, When the Eagle Flies. That is, sorry, I think my cart's a little too close. There I go. Traffic is EX, $17.99. Listen in Good Health. Songs of Celebration and Decay. White Label Promo. VG Plus, $19.99. UJ Miller wants the Jimi Hendrix. Sell that to UJ. And we actually have two more Jimi Hendrix. We have Jimi Hendrix at His Best, Volume 1. That's a VG Plus, $24.99. UK pressing, 1972. And Jimi Hendrix Fire, Are You Experienced? This is actually a 12-inch single taken from the Jimi Hendrix Concerts LP and cassette from 1982. That's a VG copy, $9.99. All right, I'll go back through that crate again for sure. Let me run through our Iron Maiden titles. Some of these we have one of. Some of them we have a dozen of. Iron Maiden, Knights of the Dead, Legacy of the Beast, live in Mexico City. That is $39.99. Iron Maiden live in Mexico City, $39.99. You don't want that one because of the price, but I'll show it in just a second. There's Live After Death. There's Live After Death, the UK import. This is really cool packaging. It's got the original booklet that came with the OG. $57.99. Live After Death. Strong jacket. This is a really nice pressing. That's $57.99. Here's our most recent stock. Iron Maiden, Number of the Beast is $36.99. Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is $36.99. And Peace of Mind. Peace of Mind is $36.99. UJ Miller wants the Jimi Hendrix Fire 12-inch single. Josh Fry wants Traffic. Sell that to Josh Fry. And that is what we have in stock with Iron Maiden. Seventh Son sold to John Miller. That's the one he asked about. Okay. Now, the reason I said you don't want this, because for the longest we couldn't get this, and it was only offered as an import, and I thought they were maybe discontinued. But what happened was, I went ahead and ordered one anyway, and this is the one we've had for a while. It's $78.99. If anybody wants it, I'll do $59.99 on it. It's actually their greatest hits. The best of Iron Maiden, somewhere back in time, 1980 to 1989. 2 LP limited edition picture disc, and this is the UK version. The Trooper, Can I Play with Madness, Run to the Hills, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Number of the Beast. If anybody wants that, I'll do $59.99 on it. Dakota says he'll take it. Tanner reduced that one to $59.99. So I do have more copies of Peace of Mind for $36.99. I do have Number of the Beast for $36.99. I have Live After Death for $57.99. And Dale Shannon, Dakota, just claimed the best of Iron Maiden, but I can sell you Live in Mexico City. Love Iron Maiden. Fortunately, I have all OG. If you ever want to sell them, let me know. I could literally have people line up the fist fight for them. So, Dale Shannon, you got the Live Mexico City. Dakota got the best of, and that was $59.99. Let me run through this crate one more time. This was our check condition bin. We have Naz, VG copy, $29.99. Neil Young was $32.99. EX. Jackson Browne, Late for the Sky, VG plus $9.99. Doobie Brothers, The Captain and Me, classic album, EX $12.99. The Hollies, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother, VG plus $14.99. The Standells, Live and Out of Sight. This is VG plus $14.99. Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, Easy. That's a VG copy, $16.99. Paul McCartney, Pops of Peace, VG copy, $12.99. Europe, Out of This World, VG plus $24.99. Edgar Winter Group, They Only Come Out at Night, VG plus $14.99. Arlo Guthrie, Alice's Restaurant, VG plus $14.99. Richie Havens, Alarm Clock, VG plus $14.99. UFO Phenomenon, that is a VG copy, $14.99. Bo Diddley, 16 All-Time Greatest Hits, VG, $19.99. And Santana 3, that's a VG, $9.99. Alice Lowry on Edgar Winter Group, sell that to Alice Lowry. The Who Face Dances, EX, $17.99. The Who Hooligans is VG plus $24.99. Clay Moore said 20 on Europe. I'm going to sell that to Clay for $20. Let me find that. Have I got to it yet? No, that's Richie Havens. Yeah, sell that to Clay for 20. By the way, first, Scott Smith wants UFO. I usually never know really who's watching our shows, but sometimes I've got leads on buying record collections from people watching. And plus, a lot of y'all that are collectors probably know other people who collect. If there's anybody, you, yourself, or anybody that ever wants to sell a record collection, let me know. 2 things. We're definitely looking for really good records, especially hard rock and metal, thrash, punk, hardcore, that stuff, glam metal, 80s hair bands, all that stuff is at the top of the list. Next would be probably like a tie for second, classic rock. Also, you can put grunge in that top category too. Jazz, blues, soul, and then after that, it kind of just, that's C and D categories. Pop and 70s soft rock and singer-songwriter and folk, and then it kind of just goes downhill from there. So we buy record collections. We've probably bought hundreds of thousands just this year, and there's some collections we've paid tens of thousands of dollars for. So if that entices you, if you're watching and you're not really collecting anymore, I feel like most people right now watching have no interest in selling their collection. That's why they're on here buying. But if you know somebody, a record collection can really add up in value right now. I'm talking we've paid north of $50,000 for a couple collections this year. So you got the right stuff, it's worth a lot of money. So the Standells, $10 to Wayne Titsworth. Robert Metz put OP. I'm not for sure if that was just a miscue or he was claiming something. Punk doesn't exist in Nashville. Exactly. If somebody says, I have a punk collection and they live in Tennessee, they've probably acquired it recently. They've probably been buying records in the last 20 years. So, The Who, Odds and Sods, is EX, $14.99. We have The Who Are You, $17.99. The Bob Seger System, VG Plus $22.99. Gordon Lightfoot, Summertime Dream. That's a VG Plus $14.99. ELO is a VG Plus $14.99. Cat Stevens is $12.99. Teaser and the Fire Cat. The Beatles Love Songs is $19.99. Listen in Good Health, VG Plus $19.99. And Jimi Hendrix at His Best, Volume 1. VG Plus $24.99. Miscue, okay? I collect all the model mentioned. I have many OG Prestons, 80s and 90s. Well, Corey, if you ever want to sell, I'll be at your front door. I'll bring a Brinks truck with me. I've almost had to on a couple of these purchases. Jeff McMaster on CS, Cat Stevens. And Greg says, show Bo Diddley. I will show you Bo Diddley if I can grab them. I think it's a second label. Yeah, that's technically a repressed label. Still nice vinyl. VG copy, $19.99. Yeah, reissue. Not a new reissue, but it's not a first press either. Boy, all these albums right here, so difficult to find in good condition. Especially that one. Those there, oh my gosh. If you find those near mint, you've got something special. Okay, what do y'all want to see? The high-end bin that I'm going to discount, or a crate of new arrivals? Or, so basically, we can do some on-sale stuff, but it's going to be from the high-end bins. I've got some people, I think, waiting for that. Or we can do a bin of new arrivals. Let me see who's the first commenter, or who's the first majority. Not the total majority, the first. High-end, high-end, high-end. All right, I've got 4 behind the counter. Let me grab one of them, and we'll go through those. Buy it now, best offer. Let me figure out which one I want to grab, Ed. Let's see. Okay, this one has some new audiophile stuff in it too. Let me see what this middle one is. There's that Queens of the Stone Age. Actually, I had somebody ask me if we ordered that. Okay, I'm going to start with this middle one. Yeah, let me start with this middle one. We've got 4 crates of high-end records, and all 3 of them have not been gone through in quite some time. So let's see what we have here. These are all very negotiable. Buy it now, best offer. That means as soon as I show it, you can claim, or you can make me an offer. I can't. Let me move a crate off the table first. Okay, let's see here. High-end, high-end, high-end. Wayne says new arrivals. You are highly outvoted. You are the only one that actually said that. High-end, high-end, high-end. I have 2 more days of quarantine, so I'm going to see Sealed Megadeth, Tesla, Scorpions, UFO, Iron Maiden, OG and Pantera, Kate Bush, Queensryche, Film Can, bunch of other goodies. Sounds good to me. High-end, Greg Rogers said take, and that was for Bo Diddley. George, that sounds good to me. Bring all you want to let go of. All right, first crate here. Let's see what's in here. Buy it now, best offer. So here's our high-end crate. I think there's some $40 records in here, but everything starts at $50 and goes up from there. Randy Travis, High Lonesome, $74.99. We've ultrasonically cleaned that. It's near mint. $74.99 for Randy Travis, High Lonesome, $74.99. George Strait, If You Ain't Lovin', You Ain't Livin', $49.99 for George Strait. Let me get these kicked around in here. The Who, Filling in the Gaps. This is a radio station promo show. $49.99. The Who, Filling in the Gaps. Leonard Cohen, Songs of Love and Hate. It's like a VG cover. No condition notes on the vinyl. $49.99 for Leonard Cohen, Songs of Love and Hate. Neil Young, Trans. That is a sealed copy. $64.99. J.D. Crowe, Blackjack. That is $49.99. J.D. Crowe, Blackjack. Genesis, 3 Sides Live. That is sealed. $54.99. It's got a punch hole with it. Tear in the Shrink. It has a hype sticker and a special price sticker on it. $54.99. That is sealed. The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, $49.99. Bad Boy, Ringo Starr. This is sealed with hype sticker. It does have a crease right here and right here. $49.99 for Ringo Starr. Let me take a few of these out so this crate will lay better. There we go. Fathers and Sons, $49.99. This has Muddy Waters on it. Otis Spawn, Buddy Miles. George Strait, Oceanfront Property, $49.99. The Byrds, the Notorious Byrd Brothers, $49.99 for the Notorious Byrd Brothers. Rolling Thunder, Mickey Hart of the Grateful Dead. That is sealed from 1972, $99.99. James Brown, Thinking About Little Willie John and a Few Nice Things. James Brown is $54.99. $54.99, James Brown. I Got the Feeling, James Brown, $49.99. Same record. These aren't wanting to stay up too well. There we go. Might have to take a few more out. Where did we get to? The Fantastic Expedition of Dillard and Clark, $74.99. I'm about to wrestle with these things. These file crates aren't as good as our other crates. Plus, there's a few too many in there. Tracy Chapman, $99.99. Near mint, ultrasonically cleaned. Towns Van Zandt, Our Mother, the Mountain, $199.99. That's a VG copy. Towns Van Zandt on Poppy Records, $199.99. Zappa, Fanged Fish, original cast recording, $99.99. Zappa, Fanged Fish. The Fallen Angels, $49.99. The Fallen Angels. Monkeys, Head, VG Plus, $69.99. The Beau Brummels, Bradley's Farm, $64.99. That was here locally. Getz and Gilberto, $49.99. Time Further Out, Dave Brubeck Quartet. This is a 1961 OG sealed, $99.99. 61 OG sealed, $99.99. My Answer, Jimmy McCracklin, $49.99. Love, For Sale, $59.99. This is Two Virgins, John and Yoko, a 1969 Monarch Press, $99.99. Is head, stereo, or mono? We have a stereo copy here. Neil Young and the Shocking Pinks, sealed, $64.99. Hank Ballard, A Star in Your Eyes, $64.99. Gypsy, $59.99. David Bowie, that is sealed from 1982, $74.99. Chris Christopherson, $49.99. Balak Lava. Pearls Before Swine is the name of the artist. Pearls Before Swine, $74.99. David Bowie, Images, 1966 to 1967, $49.99. Penrod, Tim Daw, $49.99. Glad Feeling, $74.99. We have, looks like Love, I think it is, $99.99. This is Out Here, Love, $99.99. Whitney Houston, $49.99. Whitney Houston, $49.99. The Deadly Spawn, original film score, The Deadly Spawn, $74.99. Deadly Spawn soundtrack. The Chantels, there's Our Song Again. This is a 1961 Deep Groove mono, $49.99. The Bag Reel, white label promo, $49.99. Hank Williams Jr. live at the Knoxville Civic Center, 3-record set, unofficial, $49.99. Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, that is sealed, $59.99. Jimmy Reed at Carnegie Hall, $49.99. The Modern Jazz Quartet, Under the Jasmine Tree, that's on Apple, $49.99. Gypsy 66, Gabor Szabo, that is sealed from 1966, $59.99. Junior's Eyes, white label promo, $49.99. Tony Joe White, Black and White, is $49.99. Hank Williams Jr., Wild Streak, is sealed, $49.99. Judas Priest, Turbo. I know why I set this aside. I was going to auction it one night. But it's $34.99. It's in shrink wrap and it's near mint. Garth Brooks is $174.99. Eurobeat Records, that's the label. Hotline, Ready or Not. I listened to this because I was going to put it on Discogs. It's $29.99. Hotline. Randy Davis gets Judas Priest. I was wondering to know if anybody was awake out there. That woke everybody up. I was gonna auction that one night. It was such a nice copy, but it's Randy's now. Randy Davis got Judas Priest. I listened to this the other night. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Alive, Alive. These are all these. That's why all these are in the front of the crate, $59.99. And this is actually really good. It's a Harvest record sampler, $39.99. It's got Pink Floyd, Focus, Bebop Deluxe, Little River Band. A lot of songs on there I'd never heard before. And Joe Jackson, Look Sharp, $24.99. That's a double 10-inch. Randy Davis got Judas Priest. Grant was second. Stereo was third. Yep. Nothing interesting for me. No interest on anything. Is anybody interested in anything in there? You have a couple George Straits for the country people. Garth Brooks' first album. So Joe Jackson, the sampler. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Eurobeat Records. Garth Brooks, Hank Williams Jr., Tony Joe White, Junior's Eyes, Gabor Szabo, Modern Jazz Quartet, Jimmy Reed, Star Trek. I'll grab another crate, though. We'll go through the other one, too. Hank Williams Jr. Boot, The Bag Reel, The Chantels, The Deadly Spawn, Whitney, Love, Penrod, David Bowie, Pearls Before Swine, Chris Christopherson, Glad, David Bowie, Gypsy, Hank Ballard, Neil Young, The Monkees, John Lennon, Love, Jimmy McCracklin, Dave Brubeck, Stan Getz, Bo Brummels, The Fallen Angels, Frank Zappa, Townes Van Zandt, Tracy Chapman, Dillard and Clark, Tony Joe White, James Brown, I Got the Feeling. I think Rod L. Martin wants that one. John Stevens says he would give 20 for Joe Jackson, sell that to him. I also got James Brown thinking about Little Willie John, the sealed Mickey Hart, the Notorious Bird Brothers, George Strait, and Fathers and Sons. The Brubeck was Time Further Out, sealed from 1961, $99.99. I'm starting to think I have a better chance of getting struck by lightning and finding some of the albums I'm looking for in the wild. It's tough. If you've been collecting a while trying to find stuff on your grail list in the wild, especially in 2022, it gets tough. Ringo was sealed, Crazy World of Arthur Brown, Blackjack, J.D. Crowe, Genesis was sealed, Neil Young was sealed, Leonard Cohen, The Who, George Strait, and Randy Davis. Monkey's Head, $29.99. John, I will sell this to you for $39.99. Is Scott Smith on the, is Keith Moon on the Zappa? What am I trying to say? Is Keith Moon on the Who album? 1981. No. He was already deceased. Yeah, 1981. He was already deceased. If anybody wants the Monkees, John's pack. This is a very difficult Monkees album to get. I think we've only had a few come through this year in collections. For some reason, they're not usually in the best of condition. We had like a mint one that we sold that night. Yeah, these foil covers always show wear, just the nature of how it was made. Finding a nice one of those, tough to find. More info on the Zappa. Zappa is a complete 3-record box set, Liberto original cast recording. Terry Bozzio, Del Bozzio, Johnny Guitar Watson, Bob Harris. It's a 1984 3 LP box set from Frank Zappa. It does have a little tear right here. That is $99.99. And then the best on Randy Travis. The best on Randy Travis. I will do... This is usually an instant seller. It's kind of rare that this is laying around. $65. $65. Which JB? The last James Brown record, we've already sold one. The other one that's left is called Thinking About Little Willie John and a Few Nice Things. Really clean. $54.99. All right, let me go grab another crate. I'll try to do better next time. Y'all said that was a dud. I guess that means I need to put them all on Discogs immediately tonight. A crate of $50 and up stuff, and y'all said it was a dud, then I need to do something with them. Let me see what's in this one. Well, this starts with some audio files, sealed stuff that we keep behind the counter, but we'll show it. I got bad, when I'm carrying a crate around, I got bad judgment of girth. All right. I bump into, the other night I walked completely right into a wall and cut my jacket. I was trying to, that's why John spent 4 hours today organizing our back room. He said he was, I think he was hinting around, he was getting tired of walking through there like a crab. So, Chad, you're doing great. Thanks for the encouragement. Thanks for the encouragement. All right. Garth was $174.99. The Star Trek sealed, $54.99. Now, don't let prices scare you on this stuff. Don't let the $50 and up crate scare you. You can fight back and you can submit offers. I'm either going to gladly accept or I'm going to nicely counter with my counter offer. Okay, these are new. The first batch here, these are sealed audiophile records. We got Willie Nelson, and then I wrote, that's a 2LP analog production, $69.99. We've got Randy Travis, Storms of Life, which is a new sealed MoFi pressing, $49.99. Let me make sure I didn't miss any other comments. I don't think I have, unless Stephanie wanted Randy Travis. We have Elvis, Blue Hawaii. That's a MoFi press, $49.99. Elvis is Back. That's from Analog Productions, original master tapes, $69.99. Dusty Springfield, Dusty in Memphis, $69.99. And we have Dire Straits, Love Over Gold, $69.99. What's the box in the front? It's a George Harrison box set that I probably need to put up for auction because I don't have it priced. We can actually do that right now, though. I got to hide where nobody can see the front of the crate. Okay, so let me put this up for auction. This has been behind the counter because I've been meaning to put it up. It's actually from our Japanese, come from Japan. It's George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. Let's take a look at it. I really hadn't got to examine it other than the vinyl. I can't remember if it has a poster in it. Yeah, typical near mint Japanese quality. All Things Must Pass. There's disc 1. I'm trying to see if it has any inserts or posters with it. I really can't remember. It's been behind the counter. We also have a Beatles MoFi box, and we have a Beatles UK box that I've got to work on tonight and get prices for. Man, this is a beautiful 3LP set. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. There's the Japanese insert. 3 LPs. New copies of this cost, what, $69.99 or $59.99? I'll start this for $55. George Harrison, All Things Must Pass. 3 LP Japanese, near mint, $55 start. Finding one of these with an Obi is a challenge because it's a box set. People always slipped it off and it got lost. $55 start on that. Okay, back to this. If you're just hopping on, we're in our high-end crate, one of them. It's all buy it now, best offer. George Strait, Straight from the Heart, $49.99. If anybody's interested in a George Strait bundle, I now have 3 George Strait albums that I can bundle. Waylon Jennings, I've Always Been Crazy. That is sealed, $49.99. This is R&B. That is a Japanese pressing from 1969 with Obi. It's an Atlantic R&B compilation, $49.99, Japanese press. Van Morrison, a white label promo. Wow, a white label promo of this live album, $99.99. Kevin Kubina wants Waylon Jennings. That's sold to Kevin Kubina. Stereo wants, or no, I was about to say Stereo wants George Strait. I think Stereo was bidding on George Harrison. Maybe. Stereo or UN at 55. Was that Mo-Fi Dire Straits? Yes, Dire Straits is Love Over Gold, $69.99. $69.99. My best on that is $65. I really don't want to discount those. That's about, the new stuff back here in the back is about the only thing that I really don't want to discount too much. But I would do 65 on it. Who asked first? Greg and then Randy. Josh, give me a second. I'll pull all the George Straits. There may be more in here. Stereos at 55 on George Harrison. That's going once, going twice. Man-O-War, Battle Hymns. This is a 1982 Jacksonville pressing, VG Plus, $99.99. $99.99, Man-O-War, $99.99. Randy says he'll take it if Greg doesn't. Greg, let me know if you want Dire Straits for $65. If you pass, it's Randy Davis's. Iron Maiden, Death on the Road, $79.99. This is now an out-of-print record. Here's another Iron Maiden I didn't realize I had because it's more than it qualifies for the high-end bin. That is sealed, $79.99. The Who, this is actually sealed. It's a 2-in-1. You get Happy Jack, also known as a quick one, and the Who Sellout. 2 LPs and 1 sealed, $54.99. The Cars, Shake It Up. That is sealed, $49.99. Dolly Parton, this one's not easy to get. Bubbling Over from 1973. This is $74.99. When that lady the other night hopped on asking about Rare Dolly, I should have pulled this out. I didn't even know I had it. $74.99. That's an orange label OG press, near mint. That's not an easy one to get. The Zabriskie Point soundtrack. This is a 1970 UK pressing, extremely nice, $74.99. The Zabriskie Point has music by the Grateful Dead, Pink Floyd, Kaleidoscope, Youngbloods. That is an immaculate copy, $74.99. Greg says he will take Dire Straits for $65. Randy, I will look for another one. I don't think I have another one, but I will try to get you another one if you're okay with a waiting list. And I'll even do a waiting list for $65 if I can get one. Excuse me, Stereo said he would give $35 for the Cars. Sold, and I'm going to sell you George Harrison for $55. George Harrison for $55, the Cars for $35. The Who, Closer to Queen Mary. This is a 1972 live unofficial, $64.99, The Who. School's Out, Alice Cooper, $49.99, green Warner Brothers label. First press, no panties, $49.99. Another Whitney Houston. This one's $49.99. First track is I Want to Dance with Somebody. Miles Davis at Plug Nickel, Chicago, Volume 2. This is a Japanese pressing, no Obi, $54.99. If you see Japanese vinyl in our high-end bin, this is something that we got in a U.S. collection. That one's actually near mint, though. Let's put Randy Davis on a Dire Straits waiting list. The Orange Bird. This is a Disney record. The Orange Bird starting Nina Bryant. VG Plus, $64.99. The Flamingos. Flamingo Serenade from 1959. That's a VG Plus, $99.99. The Flamingos. How much was the Zabriskie Point? Eddie, it was a UK original, 1970, $74.99, and it's pristine. Crossroads of Time, Eyes of Blue. That is $74.99. Crossroads of Time, Eyes of Blue. That is $74.99. Texas in My Soul. Talk about a tough Willie Nelson album to get. This is 1968, $74.99. It's unfortunately, but also kind of a cool note. It's from the Fred Goodwin collection. He bought it in 1974 in Memphis, Tennessee. It's got a stamp, an embossed promo stamp on the back, and it's in really good condition. That is $74.99. Greg said he would give $40 for Alice Cooper. Sold. Greg Rogers, $40 for Alice Cooper. Gather Your Wits. This is a 2LP Tommy Live, The Who Unofficial from Austin, Texas, $49.99. Just to Satisfy You, Waylon Jennings, $49.99. John Cale, Vintage Violence. That is sealed from 1970, $99.99. It's got a pretty gnarly saw mark in it, but it is sealed. Live in Munich, The Who, another Who Unofficial, 1972, $74.99. I'll take any MoFi except Communique. I'll have it. Okay? I've got everything back ordered. Any MoFi title I have back ordered. Anything that's available in print, we're just waiting for them literally to press them. So, Rock My Soul, Elvis Presley, unofficial, $99.99. Ooh, Pink Floyd, A Momentary Lapse of Reason, $54.99. Well, this looks pristine. Original inner sleeve. It is. Look at that. Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason. I hadn't seen that pop up. I didn't even know I had that. Someone would have walked in the store today and said, do you have Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason? I would say, I don't think so. Supersonic Sounds, Sun Ra, $79.99. Supersonic Sounds, Sun Ra, $79.99. Jazz in Samba, Milt Jackson. That's a 1964. It does have some water damage on the cover. $49.99. Would you take $44.99 for the Star Trek? I will. Let me get to that. Let me also, let me get that. I'll go ahead and pull those George Straits for Josh, because I think that's the only ones we got. Star Trek, that's for Tillman Smoot. Thank you, Tillman. $44.99. That was a sealed copy, and we are looking for George Strait. Let me find George. I know there's two in here. And there's Randy Travis, which I'm surprised no one has bought. There's one George Strait, and the other one is right here. If you ain't loving, you ain't living. All right, Josh, let me go through the rest of this crate. I'll pull the other one, and then we can talk. Was the Flamingos a mono or stereo press? I think it said Deep Groove Mono. 1959 Deep Groove Mono. VG Plus, $99.99. It's about a VG/VG Plus cover. It has some scuffs and stuff. That's what classifies it as a VG Plus. It's on that end label there. Okay. Have Moisey. I remember showing this. I couldn't really ever figure out what it is. $79.99. Have Moisey. That's what it's called. 1976 Rounder Records. Next is J.D. Blackfoot, The Ultimate Prophecy. That is $59.99. Frank Zappa and the Mothers, Grand Wazoo. This is a white label promotional copy. White label promo, $74.99. Bizarre. That's the name of the label. It's bizarre music too. Michael Jackson, Music and Me. That's a sealed copy, $49.99. Dockin, Under Lock and Key. What's that doing in there? Dockin is $49.99. About a VG Plus cover of a little bit of wear there on the front. Vinyl is very clean. That is $49.99. Miles Davis, Aurora. That is $49.99. What year is this from? 1989. Miles Davis. Bobby Hutcherson, Now, featuring Harold Land. That's from 1970. $79.99. Naz is $49.99. Legs Diamond, $49.99. Legs Diamond, $49.99. Jesse Hood says you can pull his name from the Robert Plant waiting list. Melvin Sparks, Texas Twister, $124.99 from 1973. Wow. I don't remember originally showing this. Melvin Sparks Texas Twister. $124.99 in shrink wrap. Really nice. The modulations. I don't think I've ever shown any of these. The modulations. It's rough out here. $59.99. If I have, it's a long time ago. $59.99. Bo Grumpus Before the War. $49.99. And I'm about to keep this if no one buys it. Action. Question Mark and the Mysterians. So tough to get in this kind of condition. $59.99. And I'm not going to discount that one too much. Stephanie, I've got Randy Travis at $75. Then I said $65. You said $40. I'll sell it to you for $55 if you want it. Randy Travis for $55. George Somers says he would give $100 for Melvin Sparks. Sell that to George Somers. And Stereo, my best price on Pink Floyd would probably be to you tonight, right now, $45. It's near mint. I think just about any nice OG Pink Floyd album is got to be around the $45 mark, especially for that one. If not, there's something wrong. Stephanie said sold. Let me pull Randy Travis. It was in this other bin. And we have agreed upon $55 for Stephanie Harder. That's for Randy Travis High Lonesome. Okay. The Last Maiden for $50, Dale Shannon. I'm going to go ahead and sell that to you. Sell him this Iron Maiden for $50. That's Dale Shannon. And Belinda says she will take the Pink Floyd for $45 if you don't. This is sold to Stereo. If he passes, it's sold to Belinda. If for some reason she puts it back, Jason's third. $75 for the Flamingos. That is sold to Clay Moore. And Wayne asked how much was Grand Wazoo. Let me find that again. Grand Wazoo was $74.99. White label promo. And let me pull the Flamingos for Clay. That's something we don't get too often. Someone's like, how many times have you got the Flamingos in this year? I'd probably say one time. I'm holding it. That's sold to Clay for $75. Stereo says pass. So sell that to Belinda for $45. That was Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason. The George Strait bundle. So let me flip through these titles, not before. Let me flip through what's left in here, not before. That was a much better crate. That means we got to do another one. I've got 3 George Straits. Josh, $30 off makes those $120. There's no telling how many of these I've sold for $49.99. $120 for those 3. $120 for those 3. Michael said he would give $65 for Manowar. Sold. Michael Ling, $65. Now, we're on a roll from Logan's Steakhouse. That sounds good, doesn't it?
Butter.
Lots of butter, a big buttery roll from Logan's. Oh my gosh. Okay. Eddie Bruce said 60 on the Zabrinski point. The roll continues. Sell that to Eddie Bruce for 60. Let's read through those titles. I will start with the audiophile stuff. We have Willie Nelson, $69.99. Randy Travis, $49.99. Elvis is $59.99. And we got 2 copies of Elvis is Back at $69.99. Dusty in Springfield. Dusty in Memphis. Dusty Springfield. I'm sure she went to Springfield at some time in her life. She came all the way from England to Memphis. I'm sure she went to Springfield. $69.99 on that. This is amazing. Brent Rabley bought one of these, and he let me open it and listen to it. So I knew I wanted to test one out before keeping one myself. Son of a Preacher Man never sounded better. This is straight from the original master tapes. It sounds like Dusty's in the room with you. Josh Fry says 110. Sold. 110 on those. Okay, here's what's left. This is R&B. Let me see what's all on this. I can't read Japanese. Let's check the label. Boy, this is nice. Look at that label, too. Tighten Up, Archie Bell, Sweet Soul Music, Arthur Conley, Hold Up, Joe Tex, Funky Broadway, Stand By Me, Say a Little Prayer. I'm 5 tracks in, and it's incredible. This is R&B. That's an Atlantic Japanese pressing, $49.99. Yeah, this Dusty. So this is Analog Productions. When you see this sticker, that means it's made from the original analog tapes, $69.99. Elvis in stereo, or excuse me, Elvis is back once again. That's cut from the original analog tapes, and so is Willie Nelson. Those are Analog Productions titles, and then Elvis is MoFi, and so the other Elvis is MoFi, and so is Randy Travis. And those are actually digital cuts. They're still really good. All have high reviews. Brent Rabley wants the R&B Japanese comp. Okay, Dusty Springfield is $69.99. Now, there's 2 things you need to know if you buy one of these. First, it's 2 LPs, and it plays at a 45. It plays at a 45 RPM. So yeah, this is like top. I mean, and I don't know if y'all have noticed, original copies have, since I remember getting some when I first started doing this years ago, original copies are not cheap now. Like nice copies and shrink wrap. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if they even exist. So that's a good buy, $69.99. I have one myself. I've sold a couple people 2 copies. Van Morrison is $99.99. That's a white label promo. The Who is sealed. That's a 2-in-1 album. A quick one and the sellout. Dolly Parton, Bubbling Over. That's not easy to get. And then we got multiple Who unofficials. There's one of them. Whitney Houston. That's in shrink wrap near mint. Miles Davis at Plug Nickel. The Orange Bird. Eyes of Blue. We have Willie Nelson, Texas in My Soul, another Who unofficial, Waylon Jennings, Just to Satisfy You, and John Cale, Vintage Violence. Most of the songs sound like Son of a Preacher. Yeah, there's a couple. When I listened to this for the first time, which was this pressing, there's a couple in here that I liked that I never had heard before. Let's see. So Much Love, maybe? That's a Goffin and King song. That's probably why I like it. And maybe this other one. Yeah, it's also a Goffin and King song. But yeah, she was a pop singer from the UK. And she came over here and made this very, well, you know how Son of a Preacher Man sounds. She made this very Memphis sound type record. So, but yeah, it's this female vocal, soulful, kind of R&B-ish type record. I don't know what other genre it sounds like, but yes, or what to compare it to. I don't know what you compare this to. Like Petula Clark? I mean, she's probably the closest thing, but maybe more upbeat. Blue-Eyed Soul? Yeah. Kyle Morgan, we've already sold R&B. Dusty, this one, I'm probably going to keep it, or excuse me, Edward, I'm probably going to keep this. That's the only record in here, the new stuff, that this Analog Production stuff I'll probably have to have sticker price for. Here's what I'll do. Greg, if you want it, since you asked first, same thing as Dire Straits, I'll do $65 on it, but that's the most I can discount these. All the other stuff in here, as you see, I'm greatly discounting, but the new stuff, this is in the high-end bin because of the price and because I didn't want any customers ripping into it, so. This is $65 if you want it, Greg. Greg, if you passed Edward Star Wars, you can have it for that. And if I happen to find any more, Ed, I'll sell you one for the same price. You keep running totals for all your customers. Just curious to his comment and what their 6-digit purchase. I guess it's Brent Rabley. I don't have running totals. No, I know we have a lot of invoices that need to be paid. I know that for sure. We have unpaid invoices are almost in 6 figures. The Who, there's another live unofficial. An Elvis unofficial, Rock My Soul. Sun Ra, Supersonic Sounds, that is $79.99. Jaws and Samba, Milt Jackson. Have Moisey, J.D. Blackfoot. Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. Michael Jackson was sealed. Dawkins, surprised no one made an offer on that. Miles Davis, Bobby Hutcherson, Naz, Legs Diamond, The Modulations, Bo Grumpus, and Question Mark and the Mysterians. So Greg says he'll take it for 65. Greg takes it for 65. Greg takes it for 65. And then what I'll do, Edward, I'll make a note to order more of these, just like I told Randy, I think, on the Dire Straits, and I will try to get more of those, because this is, usually this album, I have to explain what it is and how great it sounds before someone's probably like $70, but I have to kind of explain what it is, so. And Derek says, Miles Davis at Plugged Nickel, $35. Miles Davis at Plugged Nickel, $35. Let me find that. That was right back here. That was that Japanese press of no obi, right? Yeah. Sell that to Derek for $35. Does anybody else want to make an offer on anything in here before I change crates? Calvin Ward on Van Morrison. Calvin Ward on Van Morrison. I thought everyone paid immediately. Well, that's what we hope. Most people do, but a lot of people don't. 35 to Derek Hartman on that Miles Davis. Calvin on 70 on Van Morrison. And then we're going to sell Wayne, Grand Wazoo, and Manfish, the two Frank Zappas, for 130. I'm going to sell that to Wayne. Wayne is spending his Christmas bonus already. Let's see. There's that one, and the other one is this box set right over here. 130 for both of those. How much was the first Willie, and what are the tracks? And yes, and you did it well. Thank you. Okay. I go through a lot of records every night, and some things usually sell better when I can take time to explain what they are and what's going on. So first we have Willie Nelson, Texas in My Soul. We used to, actually, it turned into a problem. Speaking of running totals, coin and knife auctions, when I first started doing those on Facebook, that's the first thing I started selling on Facebook, coins and knives. We used to have a leaderboard, and it would get very competitive on buying. And then I lost track of it. I kept keeping up with it. It got turned into a headache. There's no way I could do it now. I mean, it would be, I was like, well, this is not something we need to be competing on anyway. But the coin and knife buyers take things a little bit more competitively. Isn't that right, Tanner? Oh, man. If y'all ever want some entertainment, watch next week when I show this knife collection I just bought. Oh, my gosh. If you want to see some competition in buying. So, okay, Willie Nelson. This is a, what year did this one originally come out? 1968. I don't even think he had started using cannabis yet. Dallas, San Antonio, Streets of Laredo. Who Put All My Exes in Texas? That song sounds familiar. The Hill Country Theme. Waltz Across Texas. Travis Letter. Remember the Alamo. Texas in My Soul. There's a little bit of everything in Texas, and Beautiful Texas. That is an OG Willie Nelson from 1968. It is $74.99. $74.99. That was for Clint Howard. Next question was, what was on that Cohen? That's in the other crate, Randy. Let me grab that. Brent Rabel said, price on question mark. This is, I just said it earlier. It may be going home with Chad if no one buys it soon. It's a mono question mark in the Mysterians. It is $59.99, and it is extremely nice. It is extremely nice. 1963. That is in such good condition. That is $59.99. I'm overextended for Christmas, but happy. Clint says the first LP in the crate. Okay, so you're talking about the other Willie Nelson. There was another one in here. That was the only Willie Nelson in. Oh, you're talking about this one. You're talking about this right here. This is an Analog Productions. And then I wrote, this is also from the original Analog. This is one of the, has Hello Walls on it. This is early Willie here. This originally came out on the Liberty. I promise it's new and sealed, but the perforation got ripped off the top. That is $69.99. $69.99. That is also from Analog Productions. They say that also sounds like Willie is in the room with you if you have the right stereo equipment. Brent said he would offer $50 for that. And then Stereo said best price. I'm going to sell this to Brent for $50. I kind of hate to. But if Stereo, if you pass, let me make sure Brent did ask about that first. I think he did. Yeah, he asked price, and then Stereo, you asked about it. So he does have dibs on this, and you said I'll do it for $59. I've already said I'll sell it to him for $50. I've got to sell it to him for $50. I thought $59.99 the first night I showed this, probably back in May. This is from May. This is probably from Kevin Cave of Rock's collection. That's when we had all the original grunge albums and all that stuff. I got to sell that to Brent for $50. He asked about it first. Debbie asked how much was Stevie Ray Vaughan. Debbie, that was Live Alive is $59.99. It's also $59.99. I listened to this. It is near mint. I forget how good Stevie Ray Vaughan is every time until I listen to him. And then I'm like, oh. Okay, so that Willie is available. No one else. Let's see. I'll do $59. How much was the Rock and Roll Elvis bootleg? The Elvis bootleg that's in here, I think I have $99.99 on it. I still got 2 more high-end crates to go through. This is an unofficial press, of course. Yeah, $99.99. $99.99. Let's see. Analog Willie for $54. How much do I have on that? Is it $50? These are $65. All the $69.99 stuff tonight, $65. That's my best price on that. I'm pretty sure I may be wrong, but there's, Analog Productions doesn't leave a lot of room for markup on that. Lowest price, like $45. Debbie, I will sell that to you for $50. And I feel like you're stealing it from me. Look how nice this is. Oh my gosh. I promise, it looks like it's new. Clint, $65 for Willie, $50 for SRV. That's $10 off a near mint Stevie Ray Vaughan album. All right, let me go grab the other crate. Let me figure out what I have. She says, I am sold. She says, I'm okay with theft. That's part of my nature. Sell that to Debbie Blair for $50. Yes, it was an OG. We sell the heck out of those music on vinyl. If anybody wants another copy of that, we keep them in stock, music on vinyl. Ed, can I grab I'm going to grab one of these crates that Seth has recently. Seth goes through the back and compiles all of our records, and he pulls out all the $50 and up stuff. Now let me figure out what he's done with it. This is Japanese. Is this one? Yeah, this is one, I think. Yeah, and there's some other stuff in here. Let me see what's in this crate, though. I may want to grab this one first. It's kind of tough. I'll do this crate here. It's an actual crate. Tanner, can you be moving the crate that's on top off to the side, or is it already moved? Okay. I'm on my way. I'm on my way, everybody. How much is Elvis's back? It was also $69.99. It was also $69.99. Henry Franklin. Ed, in that, you see the red crate on the counter? Behind it should be like a teal crate with stuff we were going to put on Discogs. There's an album called Henry Franklin in there. I also have a crate, a fifth crate of high-end stuff that's to be listed on Discogs. It's stuff we've already shown multiple times on here. So what does Seth not do? Seth, we got Seth, Tanner, Ed, John, Doug, Josh. Did I already say Ed? My mom, Julie. Who am I forgetting? There's a bunch of people here. I'm Chad, my mom, Julie, Tanner, Seth, Doug, Ed, John, Josh, feel like I'm forgetting somebody. Well, yeah, Janie helps here. Janie sells stuff here. And then Henry, his wife Jennifer. That's 11 people. So, 11 people. Counting Janie, which you got to count Janie. So, yeah. 11 people.
What's that record?
Henry Franklin. Black cover. Looks very jazzy. So, okay. We have, if it's not in there, then I may already have it listed on Discogs. He's got it. Okay. Sky Saxon Blues Band, a full spoon of seedy blues. Sky Saxon Blue Band, $64.99. What happened to April? Well, she worked here over the summer. So, yeah, April, she's a school teacher. So, and then Crockett, he was a high school student. He worked here earlier in the year. He's in college now, so he's in college. That's why he don't work here anymore. And that's it. We've had a couple other people, but they didn't quite make it. Rocky Erickson. Whoa, let me slow down on that one. Rocky Erickson and the Aliens. I Think of Demons. $49.99. $49.99. Rocky Erickson and the Aliens. $49.99. The Fabulous Knickerbockers, Lies. This is a white label promo, audition record. White label promo, $49.99 on Challenge. Archie Shep, Kwanzaa, white label promo on ABC Impulse. Promotion sticker, not for sale. White label. Wow, that's very nice. $49.99. $49.99. Gabor Szabo, Spellbinder. $49.99. ABC Impulse. I love those spines. Wow. You want some jazz guitar? There's your hookup. The Chrome Circus Love Cycle. $54.99. A Very Strange Brew. $49.99 from 1969. It does have some cover damage right here. $49.99. No condition notes on the vinyl. Neil Young Trans, another sealed copy. Boy, we got like 3 of those. That means they probably need to be a significant markdown. Rat On Swamp Dog, $49.99. Rat On Swamp Dog with 2 G's, like Snoop Dogg, $49.99. And the Wraith soundtrack, original motion picture soundtrack, gold stamp promo, $54.99. Ozzy, Honeymoon Suite, Ian Hunter, Lion, Stan Bush. Here's Henry Franklin. George, I've got $399.99 on it. Swamp Dog for $30. $35. $35. I'll sell that to you. And because I'm about to make you, let's check current Discogs on this Henry Franklin record. Let's see. And then I need to look at it. I think I listened to this. What an interesting catalog number. BJQD/7 Franklin. Wow, it is in quad. Nope. Let me back up one. The Skipper. There it is. Let's see. See all versions. Vinyl. Wow, there's 9 versions. Promo. This is a promo copy. Stereo. There's only 1 promo, so it's this version right here. Let's see. 1 for sale in China, so you can scratch that one out. I guess this is it here, huh? 1 so 250. So technically this is a white label promo. Quad. Take a look at this. Yeah, I remember listening to this one. I've ultrasonically cleaned it. let's see. What did he say? 250 Swamp. This and Swamp Dog for 300. This and Swamp Dog for 300. There's only one active in China, and some China person wants $681. Of course, that's irrelevant, but asking prices are irrelevant. So, 300 for both of these. I know you're going to say yes. I'm going to go ahead and hand them to Tanner. While he's thinking on that, we have, what is this? Smooth Ball Time. Smooth Ball Time. This is $64.99. Smooth Ball Time. Rocky and Wraith for 80. Rocky and Wraith for 80. Rocky and Wraith for 80. Medium for white label. That's true, but what have some sold for? See, this is, I mean, the vinyl on ours is VG Plus to near mint. You have 210, 200, 250, and this was a year ago. Look, this was a year ago. A VG Plus with a decent cover. There hadn't been a nice one. 2021, you got to look at these dates too. Look at this. This one, the sleeve was beat to heck. Yeah, and the one sold for 100 good plus. And there's none active. Yeah, the cover's not. If the cover was nice, oh my gosh, we'd be talking 400 plus, in my opinion. What do we have on these? Let's sell these to Kyle for $80. 275, 250. You're going backwards. 250, and you said 30. That should be 280. Time Smooth Ball is $64.99. That's a 1969. Milt Jackson with the Ray Brown Big Band, Memphis Jackson. Milt Jackson with the Ray Brown Big Band, Memphis Jackson. That's another Impulse title. $54.99, 1970. Sell those to George for $280. I'd rather sell them to George for $280 than have to put them on here and pay Discogs 8%. I would probably put it on Discogs for $399.99 best offer. That's probably why we stickered it for that. Because what's just the stereo copies? Oh my gosh, look. A stereo non-promo sold at one time for $893. VG Plus near mint cover. I bet that was a nice one. $400. That's probably where John came up with that price. But probably stock copies. Sometimes stock copies are more rare than promo copies. So, see, I also like eBay because the thing about Discogs is it's not an auction. You can get 2 or 3 people bidding on something on eBay, and it could bring something stupid. So that's the only thing I don't. I wish Discogs had. Wow, that one's sold 400. That's a nice cover though. That one sold 403. That's not a pro. Yeah, I bet the stock copies are more obscure than promo. Okay, back to records. Back to selling records. Eddie Henderson, Sunburst. These high-end records, it's just kind of like whatever someone's willing to pay for them. So George Somers says he's willing to pay $250. It's sold to him. $280 for both of them. For both of them. The thing about rare records is there's like some there may not have been one sold in 3 years, and it sold for like $200. And I'm like, well, gosh, what would one bring now? I've had that on 45s before. Nothing usually I sell here, but I've had rare 45s, and I really don't know what to price them because I'm like, wow, 200 3 years ago. It could have went down. Somebody might be willing to pay $1,000 right now. So, but thank you. I think he's been trying to buy that for about a year. So, Eddie Henderson, Sunburst is $49.99. A lot of jazz in here. The Individualism of Gil Evans, that is 1964, $49.99. The Individualism of Gil Evans, that is $49.99. Hypnotics, Indoor Fiends. Wow, what a strange record. 1982, $79.99. Hypnotics, Indoor Fiends. George bought Henry. Yes, technically for Technically for $250, but it is sold to him. No, I do have more bundles. I could be showing those. The Jethro Tull bundle is still available. Let me show a couple things. While we're doing high-end records, I got 2 Jeff Beck albums for $12. 2 Jeff Beck albums for $12. Jeff Beck with Jan Hammer and Jeff Beck self-titled. That is a first come, first serve, $12. I've got 2 Eric Clapton albums. I'm going to do these for $20. Eric Clapton backless, and there's one in every crowd is a VG copy. $20 for both of those. And 2 Herb Alberts, also for $12. Rise, which is a really good album. I like listening to that. And Going Places, $12 for both of the Herb Alberts, $20 for both of the Claptons, and Jim Croce, $20 for both of these, $10 each. That's Bad Bad Leroy Brown, Greatest Character, and The Life and Times, and those were originally $14.99. So those are $20 for Jim Croce, $12 for Herb Albert, $12 for Jeff Beck, and $20 for Clapton. And Jared, I've got 17 Jethro Tull albums for $125? Is that what we said? I've got 17 Jethro Tull albums for $125. Or 14 maybe. Yeah, 14 Jethro Tull albums for $125. John Stevens gets the 2 Jeff Becks for $12. I need to set Joshua Tree back here before it falls over. Stereo wants Rise. That's both of these for $12. 2 Herb Alberts for $12. So I got the 2 Claptons for $20, and I got Jim Croce for $20. I got a whole nother crate back there of bundles I need to do. Randy Davis, you were second to Herb. Can you show Towns Van Zandt condition? Yeah. Was that in this crate? Or was that in the very first crate? That was in the very first crate, wasn't it? Or is that over here? What happened to that? See if you see Towns Van Zandt in there. 100 for the Jethro Tull bundle. 125. Phew, I thought that was already like a blowout. 115, Jared. 115. 14 Jethro Tull albums. Blondie, Parallel Lines Picture Disc. $64.99. $64.99. Oswald. This is a spoken word record. Lee Harvey Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald actually, he went on a radio show August 21st, 1963 and was interviewed. Of course, he was in Dallas November 22nd, 1963 when JFK got assassinated. But this is actually, I have several of these, different ones. It's a interview he did. This is the hardest one to get, mostly because of the cover, $64.99. Any luck finding that Towns Van Zandt? What did I do with it? It must be in this other crate. Give me 1 second. Or is it in this one? Let's see. Garth Brooks, Gabor Zabo, Hank, Chantel's. This was the first crate. It's in here somewhere. I'm just skipping over it. Monkeys. I feel like I'm getting close. There it is. Yeah. Let's see here. Jared McLaughlin said take. So he wants the Jethro Tull bundle. Wherever those are, right here. Let me show them. Hey, there's the other. Is that? Oh, no, that's more on sale stuff, isn't it? Yeah. Just so he knows what he's getting. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, there's 13 there. Sold, $115, Jethro Tull bundle. Rise was Herb Albert. Yes, that's right. I got you down for both Herb Alberts. Those were sold as a bundle. Those were sold as a bundle for $12. Towns Van Zandt is $199.99. It's a VG copy. The cover is not too bad. It's a flip cover, as you can see. The record normally slips right in there. Townes Van Zandt, Our Mother the Mountain. It's in the original poppy sleeve on the original poppy label. Now, John graded this a VG, but I'm telling you, it's not too bad. That's a little bit of a feeler there. Yeah, it's a VG / VG+. $199.99. Rise was Herb. Best on Tracy. I will do $85 on the Tracy Chapman, where there are 2 Jim Croce albums. Yes, there's 2 Jim Croce, Life and Times and Jim Croce's Greatest Character Songs. And I tried to do too that some of the same songs are on both albums, but they're not identical track list. I said $20 for both of those. That was $10 off. Tommy Flower says 13, but one was a double album. Jethro Tull. Okay, yeah. Maybe that's where I was coming up with 14. Thank you, Tommy. That's $199.99 or best offer. Do you have any morphine cure the pain? I don't think we have any morphine in stock right now. No, we're sold out of all those. I think I can get that. Music on Vinyl presses those. Bob Dylan, Blonde on Blonde, $49.99. This is a 1970s reissue, $49.99. Missile Command, I think I remember that when I showed it. This is actually an Atari. Looks like the artwork on the video game. This is from 1982. It is sealed. And this is something I really don't want to discount too often. Or too much. $59.99 on that. Led Zeppelin 4. What the heck is this doing here? It's a 1971. It is a 71 press, but it's a club press from 71. $59.99. Really nice condition. Led Zeppelin 4. I listened to a Japanese pressing of that the other night. Never can go wrong there if you're a Zeppelin fan like me. Miles Davis, Sketches of Spain. Columbia, Stereo. This is an original 1966i for $74.99. Not bad at all. Has some scuffs on it. Looks like a needle drop right there. Other than that, nice. And Tony Joe White, Continued. That is $49.99 for Tony Joe White, Continued. Kesha. I used to call her Keisha. From 2010. This is $74.99. George said he would give $175 for Townes Van Zandt. I think a couple people inquired about that. Let me get my order right on that one. I miss Townes. I got to stop everything else I'm doing. And then somebody, HTB2C, I'm not for sure who that is. They asked the condition. So if they're not interested, I'm going to sell it to George for $175, which it kind of looks like he's got dibs on it right now. He's passing, and I'm going to sell that to him for $175 because I think he's technically, Brent kind of inquired. It was sort of an inquiry on that. So if there's no objection, no one gave a price for me. That's true. You can ask a question though. It kind of reserves your spot. We got some rules we got to play by. Tony Joe White. I haven't put this one on Discogs yet. They're not cheap. $139.99. The others I had $159.99, and we sold them for $140 on Discogs. So this one's $139.99. This is the Now Yearbook 1984 on blue vinyl. This is on blue vinyl. I know it sounds like a lot, but that's what they sell for. It's like an instant seller for us on Discogs. Whenever you see me sell these new for $49.99, that's why you need to buy them, if it's something you're into. Condello Phase 1, 1968, $49.99. All right, go ahead and sell George Townes Van Zandt. That sold to you, George, for $175. Leonard Skinner Live. Who was asking about Leonard Skinner earlier? This is sealed. 1988. It is $59.99. It is sealed with hype sticker. Leonard Skinner Live. 1987. $59.99. Love is $74.99. False Start. That's in shrink wrap. Stephanie was looking for Leonard Skinner. Stephanie, that's sold to you. Harlem Bush Music. Tafia maybe. That is $59.99. Walt Disney's Fantasia. This is sealed from 1982, $49.99. Walt Disney's Fantasia. Now, the rest of this is technically high-end, but I think it's some new stuff from a couple things in here aren't really high-end. They just hadn't been sorted yet. This is technically, well, there's one more record. Hold on. T-Bone Walker, Stormy Monday Blues. $49.99 for T-Bone Walker, Stormy Monday Blues. Harlem for $40. Harlem Bush Music. Sell that to George for $40. And we have Steely Dan. If you didn't know, we've got these in this week. Another analog production. This is actually analog. Steely Dan has another album, and it was recorded digital, so there is no analog tapes for it. But this is Everything Must Go, $69.99. We just got a restock of that. Steely Dan, that is $69.99. That's a new LP. Okay, and then I'll run through these. The rest of it's, I think y'all have seen before if you've been watching this week, but I will show them. There's Steve Perry Traces. That is sealed. Steve Perry from Journey, $59.99. Black Sabbath's Greatest Hits. Boy, I need some water. I'm getting hard to talk. Black Sabbath's Greatest Hits is $44.99. Nirvana, $39.99. Nevermind. Behemoth, $29.99. Outkast, Aquamini, $49.99. The Stooges, Have Some Fun, live at Ungano's, $24.99. Black Sabbath Paranoid is $39.99. Goat Whore, A Haunting Curse, $24.99. Iggy and the Stooges, Rare Power. If anybody wants both of these Stooges albums, I will do them for $40, 20 and 20. They are both sealed, and they were both original Record Store Day releases. $40 if you want the pair of Stooges. Testament, $29.99. And if nobody buys this, I did a flip video last night where I had 2 more copies that I did on sale for $24.99. I may need this, or you can claim it now for $24.99. I'll discount that $5. The original MSRP on this album is $44.99, by the way. Kelly Cook takes both of the Stooges for $40. Sell that to Kelly Cook. Mike Langford, you were second. And let me do a couple more bundles while I have them up here. Or am I out? What is this here? That was another... Did we do the Jefferson Airplane bundle? Where's my creative bundle stuff at? I may have sold it all. We still got the Kansas bundle. Yeah. I guess I can go grab that in the back. What time is it? 11:24. Do y'all want to see the other bundle deals? I'm sure you do. Both Clapton albums for $15. I got to sell these. I've never had any bad luck selling bundles. We got to keep the streak alive. Eric Clapton backlist. I'm now saying buy one, get one half off, and then I'm giving you $15. Both of those for $15. Next, we have, what's the condition of T-Bone? T-Bone Walker. Let's take it out of this sleeve. VG Plus cover. It has a couple like dings on the spine here. Looks like something got set on it right there. If you want to pick apart the cover. A little bit of writing up here. And it has what appears to be that original black inner sleeve. And the vinyl is really nice. We got one big scuff across the top here. Not really many marks on side 2. Yeah, that's just something on it. That's near mint minus side 2. Man, Clapton's a tough mover tonight, Tanner. Let me read a couple tracks on backlist. Promises. That's worth $15 by itself. Sold to John Stevens. $15 for both of those. And last call on Jim Croce. Now, I'm not going to give away Jim. I like him too much. $20 for both of these. Life and Times, and then Bad Bad Leroy Brown. Probably everybody at least, you should have at least one Jim Croce in your collection. I mean, what a songwriter. One Less Set of Footsteps, that's good. Alabama Rain, that's good. These Dreams, Bad Bad Leroy Brown, doesn't have to be that way. Rapid Roy, box number 10. Sold to Brent Rabley, $20. Now, I can move on. Tim Besaw was second. Now, let me move on to the Kansas albums. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Kansas albums, and I was doing these for $55. Let me go through the Kansas albums. $55 for 8 Kansas albums. Vinyl Confessions, self-titled, Mask, Monolith, 2 for the Show, Audio Visions, and Song for America, sold to Brent Rabley. Kansas, $55 for those 7. Who got, I don't think I ever showed that because it must be in the other crate. So let me go grab the other crate of bundle records. Here's what we're going to do in the final half hour of the show. I'm going to grab one more crate of high-end. I'm going to grab the rest of the bundle records. Yes, we will probably have a sale tomorrow, but I expect it to be just one part. I'm leaving for a trip on Sunday, and I need to do stuff here that night before I leave. So we'll probably do a show tomorrow, but probably just be one segment, probably till like 9:30 or so. Which will be good because I plan on, if we do a sale tomorrow, for those that still watching and listening, I'm probably going to do nothing but on-sale vintage. We'll have new arrivals, but I will have on-sale vintage as well. All right. Me and Ed worked on compiling some bundle deals. We got some really good records here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me go over that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm thinking 15 and 15's 30. Another 30's 60. 2, 4, 5 David Allan Coe albums for $70. 5 David Allan Coe albums for $70. Compass Point, Tattoo, Darlin' Darlin', Castles in the Sand, and Hello in There. Those 5 for $70. We normally sell those for $25 to $45, depending on what they are. David Allan Coe. Those 5 for $70. David Allan Coe. Don't think too long on that. Somebody will beat you to it. Chad don't sleep. I sleep a little. So to Brent Rabley. I'm going to start doing some bundle deals here. Did you get the Eric Claptons? John Stevens? These 2 Eric Clapton albums for $15. Okay. Brent Rabley got the 5 David Allan Coes for $70. I'll put that right there on top of his Kansas stuff. Now, this next artist, I've got 1. Let me check the prices first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's do these for $55 too. Grand Funk, $55, 7 albums. Grand Funk Live, Grand Funk Survival, Grand Funk Caught in the Act, Grand Funk Good Singing, Good Playing. Mark, Don, and Mel, that was originally $29.99 by itself. Originally $29.99 by itself. On Time, and a nice copy of Grand Funk, the Red Album. That's a VG. That's the only one in there that's check condition. That's VG. $55 for all those. Sold to Brent Rabley. Same deal as Kansas. Is there a Deep Purple bundle? There is. There is. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not Deep Purple. This is a band called, let me get my price. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want these, comment 3 Dog Night. 4 3 Dog Night albums for $25. Hard Labor, Harmony, 1 or self-titled, and Suitable for Framing. 4 3 Dog Night albums for $25. Bundle number 7 of the night, probably. Ah. This is the one I've been waiting to do. I mentioned this one earlier. All right, I'll put these back here for your consideration. 1, 2. Wayne gets those 4 for $20. So to Wayne Tisworth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's not a good number, but I don't think I have anything else. How about this? I'll say there's 12 albums. There's 12 albums in a 12-inch single. So 13, 12, 6. Yeah, I feel like, what did we sell the... Yeah, this is 12 though. Yeah, this needs to be $75. $75, 12 Moody Blues albums. 12, $75. On the Threshold of a Dream, Octave, In the Beginning, Volume 1. A Question of Balance, To Our Children's Children, Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, The Other Side of Life, a 12-inch single, Your Wildest Dreams, their first album, Go Now. Then we have a Justin Hayward, John Lodge album, Blue Jays, The Complete Moody Blues, Long Distance Voyager, and then Days of Future Past. That is also the Tim Besaw. Those 13 pieces, $75, Tim Besaw. Did the hard labor be the band one? Wayne, it will be a surprise when you come to pick it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 albums by this artist. We're going to do these for 5. We're going to do these 5 albums for $30. 5 albums for $30. That's Renaissance. 5 albums for $30. Renaissance, Azure Dior. Renaissance, A Song for All Seasons. Renaissance in the Beginning. That's a 2 LP compilation. There's another Azure Dior. 2 of those. And Novella. Renaissance, $30. That might take a deep... you got to know Renaissance to probably buy that lot. We'll see if anybody's watching that needs some Renaissance. Okay, next I've got, this is a good one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We could do probably a bundle by this group every night. We have 9 albums for $50. Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship. 9 albums for $50. This is Jefferson Airplane Volunteers. It's a black label, but it is near mint. So you get Volunteers, Sunfighter, which is technically Paul Cantor, Grace Slick, but also of Jefferson Airplane. Jefferson Airplane, Bless Its Pointed Little Head. Jefferson Starship, Modern Times. Jefferson Starship, Earth. Jefferson Starship, Spitfire. Jefferson Starship, Dragonfly. Jefferson Starship, Red Octopus. And technically, Jefferson Airplane, Bark. Those for $50. $50. Renaissance, Jefferson Airplane. I've got 3 Dolly albums for $45. Dolly, Heartbreak Express. Dolly, Burlap and Satin. And Dolly, Great Balls of Fire. I've got those 3 albums for $45. I've got those 3 albums for $45. I need to know, I've spent a lot this month. It's bad when I need to put them back. I know, that's why I told you I was going to make you wait till you picked them up. Because you probably want to know if it's a band cover, and now you're going to put them back. That's why I was going to make you wait. Can we see those 3 Dog Night albums that Wayne purchased? I've got 3 Toto albums. Uh-oh. We've got 3 Toto albums for $20. I'll do these for $20. We have Toto. I guess this one's called Turn Back. Yeah, Toto Turn Back. Toto Isolation. And Toto Fahrenheit. This is what kind of pressing is this? 1989 Bulgaria. How unusual. Bulgaria. Those are all near mint. 3 Totos, $20. Okay, let's check this for Wayne. He got excited. He wants to see if it's the one that's given birth to the record. I don't think so, but I don't know. We're about to find out. No, it's not. I have a feeling he's going to want to put those back. Okay, so those are Wayne's. Right now, if he passes and anybody wants those, $20. So is Toto. I still got Renaissance and Novella, but we have hit a dead end because no one's bought any of those. So we have had 4 people now inquire about this. I will show it one more time. We have T-Bone Walker, Stormy Monday Blues. This was $49.99. ABC Blues Way, $49.99. Metallica bundle. Yeah, I can bundle some Metallica. I've got Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All, the Black Album. I've got Garage Days Revisited, Load, Reload, Garage Inc., Hardwire Self-Destruct. I think I've even got S&M and S&M 2. And I've even got the Metallica Black Album box set. Please put back, as I already have those. All right, so we'll just scratch that off Wayne's. Let me run through those bundles one more time as I'm putting it up, and then I'm going to make some room for the other ones. So four Three Dog Night albums, $20. If anybody wants those. We've got 3 Toto albums for $20. They're all near mint, pristine. I've got 5 Renaissance albums. I think I said $20 on those. If I didn't, $20 is what I'll take for them. 20 and 20, that keeps my bookkeeping easy. Three Dog Night, 20. Toto, 40. Renaissance, 20. The Jefferson Airplane bundle, I've already forgot, but if anybody wants the details on that again, I will tell you. I've totally forgot already. And then Dolly was easy. Those were $15 each. Those were $45. S&M 2. Do we have a Metallica S&M 2 box set? I just saw those last night and I almost ordered some. Three Dog Night, Toto, and Renaissance bundle, 50. 20, 40, 50. 20, I was at 20 and 20, 40, 60, 50. Wow, that's a lot of vinyl. Okay, sure. There's a reason why I'm doing this, so we can sell lots of vinyl this last month of the year. Sell that to Brent Rabley for $50. That's a lot of vinyl there. And then, but yeah, all the Metallica I have is new vinyl, but if somebody seriously wants like a Metallica bundle, I'll do a couple dollars off, but with that many, or maybe $3 or $4 off. Yeah, here's S&M 2. Randy, Metallica, S&M 2, limited edition orange vinyl, 4 LP set. I need to order more of these because I was looking at them last night and I was like, man, I don't even know if I have any more of those. I wasn't here at the shop to check. I was putting in an order from home. Yeah, $69.99. That's the indie exclusive still with 16-page book. That's on orange vinyl, $69.99. Okay, I do have more bundles. Let's see. I'm going to do 10, 17, 27, $32 off. Is that right? Let's see. 15 and 10's 25. Yeah. $60 for these 3 Deep Purple. We have Deep Purple live with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra, original green label. I'm thinking $20 each if you're buying all 3 of them. Who do they think we are? That's near mint. It's on a repress label. And then we have Machine Head. Machine Head. Deep Purple Machine Head. And those were originally $26.99, $34.99, and $29.99. $60 for the 3 Deep Purple. Randy says he'll take S&M too. So do Randy. Aha. Let's see. There's already one of those in there, but I'll still leave it in there. Brent gets the 3 Deep Purple for $60. Huge bundle on this guy. I'm gonna keep price just irrelevant and just say 10, 10, 10. 20 on that one, so that's 50. 60, and then I'll do 5 on the last one. $75 for Wayland. $75. You get Never Could Toe the Mark in shrink wrap. Waylon Jennings self-titled on Vocalion. Only the Greatest. That one was originally $39.99. It's Only Rock and Roll. That was in shrink wrap. Another Never Could Toe the Mark, and What Goes Around Comes Around. Sorry if I didn't really get those in frame, but those Waylon Jennings albums for $75. Most of them were originally $25, and we have one in there, $39.99. There you have it. $75 for Waylon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This next artist, I got 6 albums from them. I'm going to do these for 10. That's 5. That's 15. I'm going to say 25, 35, 45, 55. Then that's Bruce Springsteen. $55 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 albums. Dancing in the Dark, Greetings from Asbury Park, Darkness on the Edge of Town, E Street Shuffle, I'm on Fire, that's a 12-inch single, and The River. I've already forgot how much I said. But there they are. I'm sure somebody remembers. So Waylon and Bruce, that's the other 2 bundles I have. And I still got Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship. Does anybody want to make an offer on that bundle? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 Jefferson Airplane, Jefferson Starship. The Dollies, the Bruces, and the Waylons. I'm just going to set those in the crate over here. Anybody want to make an offer? We got to end because I got to get this Metallica. I got to tag all of our Metallica records we sold in the group, and we got to do that flip crate too. So we can hopefully get at least Ed out of here maybe by midnight. So, all right, that's it for tonight. If anybody else wants, the Bruce was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I said $55, didn't I? I'll do them for $55. I really can't remember. Stereo. $160 on all remaining bundles. Well, that's tempting. What did I say here? 50. Waylon. Man, the Waylon records are... God. Do I have another S&M 2? T-Bone price. I need to keep this in the picture just like Warrant. Wow, we got to show Warrant. Hand me a Warrant right quick, please, Tanner. We have not, for about a week and a half straight now, Warrant cherry pies. We still have them, $39.99. I didn't even show this tonight. $39.99. U2, this is my last copy we're going to do on sale. $8 off, $31.99. 2 LP, new and sealed, The Joshua Tree. Cherry pie. We at least got to sell 1 copy. And we went through 3 out of our 5 high-end bins. We'll probably try to do the other 2 tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we'll have a sale. It'll probably be from like 7 to 9:30. And we'll do a lot of flip crates and stuff. And we'll probably just have 1 part. Because it'll just be me, Ed, and Josh. Stereo, if you're passing on the Bruce, did you get my Russian Rio from Tuesday? Yes, Debbie, we got it pulled. It's on your ticket. Oh, Luke offered 30 for T-Bone. I didn't even see that. That was above Greg. Luke, I will do $35 on that. $35 on that. There's been like 5 people asked about it. I may just need to make a post. Like, hey, we got this if you want it. $35, Luke. Stereo, if you're passing on the Bruce Springsteen, I'm about to sell this half crate of records to Brent Rabley for $160. So let me know. Let me know. And then we're signing off. We'll see if Luke wants that for $35. Nobody on Warrant. Derek, let me know if you want U2. It's an awesome packaging. It's got a book with it too. Tanner, I don't know how you want to do that one, but what's left in that crate sold to Brent for $160. Anybody else before I hit the button? Brent, I'm going to sell those to you for $160. I don't even know what I'm selling you, but I'm going to sell them to you. We'll figure it out later, I guess. All right, 5, 4. Wayne says, see tomorrow if I'm still alive. Well, I hope you are. You'll be alive. Lay off those cigarettes. Don't go smoke after this. I know you are. We'll pass on YouTube. We'll take T-Bone for $35. I'll do T-Bone for $35. Okay. Well, I was going to say if Luke wants it. I guess if now we see if Luke passes, it's sold to Derek. Ball's in Luke's court. You got a discount on the Rush. T-Bone 35. Wow, we got a lot of people wanting it now. Probably they started looking it up or listening to it. Debbie, that Rush was already discounted. I can show you right over here. That was originally $114.99. We just got that one in a collection, so I marked it down. We still have those in stock right here. That $99 price is kind of already a markdown. See, we have them at $114.99. We just got that one in a collection. Plus, yours was pressed at QRP. Yours had that other gold-looking sticker on it right here. Yours was pressed at QRP. I'm not for sure where these are pressed. It doesn't say. Most of the Rush stuff is still pressed at QRP, but they're not putting stickers on them anymore if they are. I hadn't really looked this one up. But technically, that was a discounted price. What's going on in the comments? Luke said sell it to him. So who was first? Do you still have your feed pulled up, Tanner?
Yeah.
Derek, it was Derek. Yeah, Derek gets T-Bone for $35. Derek gets the T-Bone Walker for $35. Everyone else, I think there was 2 people right after him. So, Clint, I don't have any more Metallicas, but if you want on a waiting list, I'm going to order more. They'll be $69.99. I don't have any more S&M 2s, though. That was my last copy, and it had been here next week 1 year. So, no, I don't have any. But if you do want a wait list, I'm going to put in an order for some tonight. So. All right. See everybody tomorrow night at 7. If something changes and we don't have a show, I'll let you know, but we're probably having a show.